Alright, got this little patch welded up, and now I'm just gonna grind that down. Alright, that's ground down. Right now I'm gonna put that, shoehorn that under there and get that up in there and put a couple bolts to hold it in. And I'm gonna kind of change up things because I'm gonna start on some body work. And I want to show you guys a pretty clever idea that somebody showed me. Instead of finding cardboard and spreading your filler on random stuff, get a clipboard with some paper, pretty thick, well, regular paper, but not the really thin paper, and then you could spread it. You spread your filler on there, and then when you're done, you can just take the sheet off and throw it out and go to the next one, and so on. And then you could just put new paper on when you run out. Alright, I took the grill off and the bumper and door handles and lock, trim, so forth, and I've got right to the filler here. This right here is all ready. Just needs a couple more. I need to go over it with a couple more grits of sandpaper, and that's gonna be ready. It's smooth as it's gonna get. This right here is ready. This needs more. I really like this filler. It's very clear where you need to add more, where the low spots are. You can see right there, it's dark green here. Need more there. And here's where it was warped pretty bad. I straightened that out, hammered that out pretty close to where it needed to be, but wasn't perfect, so I put some on. You can see I'm hitting high spots here, so this needs a little more filler in this middle area. The door, I sanded that out with I think it was 36 or something like that, pretty rough grit. And all these dark green spots need some more filler. Above the it's a little low above the weld. It probably just pulled in there, so a couple more skims and that should be set. The edges are feathered out really nice. This filler is really easy to sand too, feather out the edges. I've got that lower patch pretty darn close. Once I'm done with the fender and the door and the cab area, I'm gonna move on to the bed. There's quite a few there. You can see I already cab corner's already all set. I already did that back in the summer. It's real smooth. You can't see any seam, and you can't. I mean, it's perfect, pretty much perfect, and ready for paint and primer. I would really like to get this thing ready to be driven by the 4th of July for our parade that we have, and that would be nice if I could drive it in the parade, even if it's not finished. Alright, I'm on my third coat down here in the lower this lower section, the quarter panel section here, and this part of the fender is done. All the low spots are filled, and when you run your hand down it, it feels really nice. I got all the edges feathered out, and next I'll go over it with 80 and then 100, and then it'll be ready to prime. This right here still needs quite a bit of work. You can see there's a low spot here. This part is on its second coat sanded down, and there's a low spot there, a low spot here, and all these dark areas. So I'm gonna go over the whole thing with another nice skim and little extra up here. Alright guys, we're buried again out here. Look at these mounds of snow. Too cold to be fooling around too much today, but I did get another Skimma filler on there, and when it's this cold it takes like 4 hours for it to get hard, but it's finally hard. I'm gonna knock it down with some 38 and see where we're at. I've just about got the door finished up. It's on its fourth skim. I like to do very thin coats, a lot of thin coats, rather than a couple thick ones. It just is a lot more durable and tougher. This is just about done. Straight as can be. I got the hood. It was kind of a long video with little content, but just something.